Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivracharya Asutra Sat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Avecharna Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधारा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवदीप धाम की श्री जगन्नाथ स्वामी की यमुना माई की श्रीमती तुलसी देवी की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhastaya Bhutale Srimate Bir Krishna Goswami Niti Namne Namo Hamsa Nikashaya Prabhupada Priyate Shudiptashli Nishtapem Tasya Vakya Nivadine. Okay, Hare Krishna. And wonderful good morning to everyone. And welcome to our online viewers. This is Srimad Bhagavatam class in Sri Radha Gopinath Temple in Sydney, North Sydney, brought to you live on Mayapur TV on the Sydney channel. So welcome to those viewers who are watching us on Mayapur TV Sydney channel and ISKCON Sydney YouTube as well as Facebook. There's multiple levels of social media that we are being watched on. So this morning we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam and it's Canto 4, Chapter 10, which is titled Dhruv Maharaja's Fight with the Yakshas. So we'll try to see who are the Yakshas, what are the Yakshas. And we are reading from text 10, I believe, right? Yeah, 10 to 13. So 4.10.10. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. Tepi chamun amrasyan nataha. Tepi chamun amrasyan taha. Padasparsham ivoragaha. Padasparshami voragaha. Sharera vidyan yugapad. Dvigunam prachikirsavaha. Dvigunam prachikirsavaha. Tepi chamun amrishyantaha. Padasparsham ivoragaha. Sharera vidyan yugapad. Dvigunam prachikirsavaha. Tepi chamun amrishyantaha. Padasparsham ivoragaha. Sharera vidyan yugapad. Dvigunam prachikirsavaha. Depi chamun amrishantaha. Padasparshami voragaha. Shrera vidyan yugapad. Dvigunam Prachikirsavaha. Anyone else? Okay, ladies. Devi Chamun Amrishantaha Padasparshami Voragaha Share Ravidyan Yugapa Dvigunam Prachikir Savaha. Anyone else? Devi Chamun Amrishantaha Padasparshami Voragaha Share Vidyan Yugapa Dvigunam Prachikir Savaha. Devi Chamun Amrishantaha Padasparshami Voragaha Sharera Vidyan Yugapat Dvigunam Prachikir Savaha. Okay, thank you. They, the Yakshas, Api, also, Cha, and Amun, Edruva, Amrishantaha, being intolerant of Pada Sparsham, being touched by the feet, Iva, like Uragaha, serpents, Sharei, with arrows, Avidyan, struck, Yugapad, simultaneously, Dvigunam, twice as much, Prachikirsavaha, trying to retaliate. Okay, so the translation of the purport that, the translation of the shlok that we've just recited, what is the meaning of that? Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, just like serpents who can, we can repeat actually, just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon by anyone's feet, the Yakshas, being intolerant of the wonderful prowess of Dhruva Maharaj, threw twice as many arrows, 6 from each of their soldiers, and thus they very valiantly exhibited their prowess. Okay, so this is a fight between Yakshas and Dhruva Maharaj and their arrows being thrown. There is no purport, so we'll go on to texts 11 to 12. Tatha parigha nistrim shahi prashula parasvadhahi shakti rishtibir bhushuntihi chitra vajay sharerapi abhyavarshan prakupitaha sartham saha sarathim ichantas tat pratikartum ayutanam trayodasa. Now this translation is, the Yaksha soldiers were 130 times strong, all greatly angry and all desiring to defeat the wonderful activities of Dhruva Maharaj. With full strength they showered upon Maharaj Dhruva, along with his chariot and charioteer, various types of feathered arrows, parigas, they are called iron bludgeons, nishtrim shas, swords, prashulas, which is tridents, parashvadhas, which is lances, shaktis, which is pikes, rishtis, spears, and bhushundi, weapons. Text 13. Uttanapadai satada shastra varshena bhurina na evar shi ta chana asharena yata girihi. Now that translation, Dhruva Maharaj was completely covered by incessant shower of weapons. Whoa. Just as a mountain is covered by incessant rainfall. So there is a purport to this one. The purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out in this connection that although Dhruv Maharaj was covered by incessant arrows of the enemy, this does not mean that he succumbed in the battle. In other words, this doesn't mean he lost the battle. The example of a mountain's peak being covered by incessant rain is just suitable for when a mountain is covered, let me see, where did I go? Just suitable for when a mountain is covered by incessant rain. All dirty things are washed from the body of the mountain. Okay. Similarly, the incessant shower of arrows from the enemy gave Dhruv Maharaj a new vigor to defeat them. In other words, whatever incompetency he might have had was washed away. Okay. So, Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vande Ham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are having a battle. Now everyone in their life has a battle of some kind or another. So this is Dhruva Maharaj's battle. And he, why did he have a battle in the first place? Why is he fighting? Well, his stepbrother, or his brother of the second wife of his father, Suruchi, that's the mother, stepmother. Suruchi's son Uttama went into the forest with his mother. So Suruchi and Uttam went into the forest for some animal hunting. And over there in the forest, they got attacked by the yakshas. So I'm going to read to you what the yakshas are, straight from our Vedic scriptures. So, where is it? Vishnu, the idea of protection, Shakti, big chapter. Now I've lost it. Anyway, so they got attacked by the yakshas, and they got killed. So, in other words, they died. So when Dhruv Maharaj learnt that his dear brother, stepbrother, was killed and his mother was killed, he went into the forest to see what was happening. And that's strange. I've got my it looks like I'm going to do a class without my usual references. Anyway, what is a yaksha who killed Dhruv Maharaj's stepbrother Uttama and mother Suruchi, stepmother? What is a yaksha? Yaksha is a form of demon right? Rakshas. They are actually evil spirits and they have ghostly forms. And when Dhruva Maharaj went to find this particular Yaksha who had killed his brother and his stepmother, he went to their abode where they live. So when he went over there, he was confronted with the Yakshas. There are many different kinds of ghostly bodies. So Yakshas, according to our Vedic scriptures, they exist. So when we are children and we are scared, our parents tell us, there is no such thing as ghosts and there is no such thing as demons. Don't be scared, because kids are always afraid there's a monster under their bed, right? They can't sleep, so parents tell them. So but the truth of the matter is that ghosts do exist, and Rakshasas, demons, they do exist. So when your child grows up, or the little child grows up, then they realize there's a lot of demons. So yesterday in the Sunday feast class, I was talking about the demons, right? It was a very nice, lovely time I had relating the story. It was fun. So the demons exist, and they are always trying to fight with the demigods and trying to take their seat. So if this seat is occupied by someone, there's always somebody out there. This is Indra's seat, by the way, for example. This is not my seat. But for example, if this is Lord Indra's seat, there's always somebody trying to take it. So there's a demonic quality. I mean, I was giving classes and someone was criticizing my classes so much. So Mataji came and said, oh, this particular Mataji it happens, so it is natural. So there's no ill feelings, obviously, but Mataji was criticizing my classes. So this Mataji said, oh, this Mataji has said this and this about you. And I said, really? Oh, wow. And I said, oh, it looks like this Mataji really wants to give a class. That's why. I said, Vyasa Asan is actually wherever you recite Srimad Bhagavatam class, that's where Vyas is. So you don't have to sit here. You understand? You don't actually have to sit here to, give a class. You can take the Srimad Bhagavatam and you can read it anywhere. And that's where Vyasadeva is. He wrote this book. So, coming back, we were talking about demons who were trying to take over Indra Asan. Now, why do they want to do that? And why did the Yakshas attack Uttam, and why did the Yakshas attack and kill Suruchi? They attacked because they have an envious nature. And envious means jealous nature. And they want something that doesn't belong to them. Correct? People who are jealous, or demons who are jealous. So the demons were fighting Lord Indra, as we were discussing, because they were jealous of his position and his seat and the heavenly planets, and they wanted to occupy it. So the Yakshas, why would they be envious of Uttam and Suruchi? Because they are pure evil spirit, they are ghosts. You don't mess with them. So I'm coming to the nicer part of things. Now these are the details of this particular shlok we are reading. They are by nature, Krishna made them. Yesterday when we discussed about the demons being killed, and when Lord Vishnu, there was a churning of the ocean, Lord Vishnu came and killed the demons because they were fighting with the demigods. So while he was going to kill the demons with his chakra, Narad Muni actually stopped him. Did you know? I didn't say that part yesterday, so I'm continuing it today. But it kind of relates with the story we are dealing with here. Why are they yakshas and are trying to attack Dhruva Maharaj? And why are these people criticizing my classes? There is a point to it I'm trying to make. Narad Muni said, don't stop. Don't kill this. Narad Muni said, stop. Don't kill the demons. Stop, don't kill the demons. Why would you want the demons to live? Nobody would want them to live, especially if they're trying to kill you. But so they asked, why did Narad Muni try to stop the demons from being killed? The reason is because we need them. Why do we need demons? Why do we need envious people? It's a challenge. Krishna, Lord Krishna is the master of drama. He is the enjoyer of all pastimes. Without demons, well, that's his favorite pastime. He kills demons. He's got lots of weapons, Sudarshan Chakra. Well, when there are no more demons to kill, what's he going to do? He's going to be really bored. So that's one thing. But there is another point to it, a stronger point. And that is, for example, if my asan is attacked, I don't really own any asan, by the way, I'm just joking. But say I'm attacked, my classes are being criticized, and a whole rally of devotees have been gathered to criticize me. What does that mean for me? I'm using myself as an example. I'm not saying it really happened. This is just an example. So if they are, what does that mean for me? Well, it means that I have an incentive to do better and better and better. And it means that you accept the challenge and you take it on and you become better than you were before. So my Guru Maharaj says you actually should thank these people for doing this to you, because then you become a very, you reach your potential. So this applies to all of us while we are in our spiritual path, not to let obstacles hinder us. So in this case, in Dhruv Maharaj's case, he was showered with so many arrows. He was covered with arrows just like a mountain is covered with rain. So in your life, whatever it is that you are doing, you might be covered with a lot of rain. Okay? So don't be phased out by that. I'm going to read to you a part where it is written how Krishna protects his devotees. Okay, so I will read that in a little while. So in your life, if you are up to something constructive that you are building yourself, and you are advancing in spiritual life, you are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And there is somebody who is like a yaksha or a demon trying to stop you from chanting Hare Krishna, which we can find in the beginning of our life, because we are entering a world that we were not in before. And so our family, our friends are not into these things. They are not into chanting Hare Krishna. So they decide to hold you back, not let you go. And so they will stop you from doing a Hare Krishna jap. They will stop you from becoming vegetarian. They will stop you from the fight you are having in life to become spiritualized. So you have to be just like Dhruv Maharaj, covered with all those arrows and rain, not let it phase you. Because I'm going to now read to you how Lord protects you. Because if you have the protection of Lord Krishna, nothing can stop you. Who's going to stop you from chanting Hare Krishna? I know someone who was chanting Hare Krishna in their homes. The family was very, well, not the whole family, but the brother, sister, was trying to stop this person from chanting, from having a vegetarian household, prasadam. When they cooked vegetarian, they'd put tuna fish in it, things like that. So this the sister who did that, Lord Narasimha went into the dreams. Lord Narasimha went into the dream of the sister who put tuna fish in the prasadam. And Lord Narasimha went in there and bared his teeth. You know, when he growls. Who's Lord Narasimha? He's the lion form of Krishna. And said, if you do anything to my dear devotee, I'm going to finish you. That's how Lord Krishna protects his devotees. So whatever it is you are doing, you have faith in Krishna. You continuously chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as much as possible. You continue with your spiritual life. And Dhruv Maharaj continued this battle. He's gonna win. Nothing can be faced. So, protection of devotees. Let's see. what it is that Krishna does to protect. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, it's written 1.10.36, when the Lord descends on the earth, he acts for the protection of the devotees and for the annihilation of impious non-devotees. So he does everything he has to do. It is written in our Srimad Bhagavatam. And then if I continue, the devotees ask, okay, what are the devotees? How you should be? The devotees are satisfied at being placed at the lotus feet of the Lord and have no ambition to see his beautiful face or anything. They just aspire for protection. And they are humble by nature. And the Lord is always leaning towards this. So you are in the good books of the Lord. This poor soul or this struggling soul is trying to chant my name, is trying to be, practice bhakti, is trying to sit on the asana and telling people good things, and is being criticized for doing that. So, you are serving the Lord. You are trying to make yourself a devotee, or somebody is trying to make somebody. Do you know how much blood and sweat it takes to make a devotee? It does. Because a struggling soul is pulled by many obstacles. The parent, the friend, the husband. There are many obstacles for someone to become a devotee. And then we facilitate them to become a devotee. And then, the last thing we need is someone to pull them down. Because it is hard work, very hard work. And we do it for the Guru, the spiritual master. We do it for Srila Prabhupada. We're doing it. Why we're doing it is because they are struggling souls. They need Krishna's protection. They are suffering. There are people who are suffering. Animals are being killed. We're trying to educate people to become vegetarians so that animals' lives are being saved. So there is not one life you are saving many lives, including the lives of animals. So these are some things, and then he comes and he protects. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, the desire to go back to Godhead and functions performed in that direction form the right path of work. So if you are practicing bhakti, you are coming to see Krishna, you are on the right path. When such a regulative path is accepted, the Lord gives all protection to his devotees by his causeless mercy. It's written, it's in black and white. Anyone who chooses to take bhakti are protected by the Lord. So, when I was talking about rain, in fact, one day I did have a dream about someone, not me, someone in my temple who was going through a lot of issues and problems. So there was he's a particular boy, he's a boy, male person. There was a particular situation where he had a lot of rain in his life, right? Different kinds of rain, not the rain water outside, different kinds of rain. So what happened in my dream was that I saw the Lord give him a raincoat and an umbrella. I saw in my dream. Actually, his name was Manohar. He's my god brother. I shouldn't name names, but. So Manohar had a raincoat given to him, supplied to him, and an umbrella. And he was smiling then because he had a raincoat. That was my dream. So Krishna will give you a raincoat. Why worry? You are a human being. You will get help. You need help. You are human. You are not Superman, right? You are not a demigod. You are human. So Krishna will help you. Why worry? Just chant. So we are talking about Dhruv Maharaj here. He was not fazed. Actually, what happened was all these arrows made him stronger and more determined to fight back. And he won, by the way. If we read on, if you come to the classes, following this, you will realize, you will read that Dhruv Maharaj won this battle. So whatever battles you are fighting internally, if you put your faith in Krishna, then he will come as Lord Nrsimhadev and scare away the person who's throwing tuna fish in your prasadam. You know, there is an element of faith. And faith can make a person stronger than Superman, because the faith is very strong. So, in Canto 3 he says, whenever there is a discrepancy in the discharge of religious principles, so what happens is the demons, they occupy the land at the moment they are occupying our planet Earth. Although Krishna came during Dwapar, and there was a large Mahabharat battle we spoke about yesterday, and in that war, battle, he killed, or he arranged to kill all the demons who had taken shelter of this planet, because they were fighting from the demigods from interplanetary war. They were up there, and then they were defeated there. They went somewhere else, they were defeated there as well, then finally came to Earth. So there are lots of demons here as well on this planet. So then we should realize this is not the place for us. We should be with Krishna. So when the demons come to this planet, they erode the religious principles. They start killing animals. I've been to restaurants because we are at work and we have to go for social events. And we look, and there's nowhere ever that you'd find a totally vegetarian place. Everything, everywhere, is filled with animal meat and flesh and blood. That's the degree to which this planet has been polluted. And the religious principles have been eroded. So whenever that happens, Canto 3, whenever there is a discrepancy in the discharge of religious principles, and there is prominence of irreligion, the Lord descends for the protection of the devotees and destruction of the non-devotees. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita, also, I'm going to tell you what Lord Krishna said. Okay, these are some theoretical scriptures written in black and white about protection. But what does Krishna say? His own words. In Bhagavad Gita 9.31, Krishna says, he quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace, which means a person who practices bhakti and has faith. He attains, or he gets peace, lasting peace. He becomes righteous. Righteous means pious, means doing good things. So he becomes all that. And he says, O son of Kunti, who is that? Arjun. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. He said that. These are Lord Krishna's words. Declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So, there is a purport. It says, it should not be misunderstood. In the 7th chapter, the Lord says that one who is engaged in mischievous activities cannot become a pure devotee of the Lord. Now, there is another condition. God is so kind, so merciful. If you've done nasty stuff, it doesn't mean that you are not protected. If you can turn around, change your path. Forget the past. Forget what you've done, if you've done it. Not, you look very innocent. I'm sure you haven't done anything wrong. But if someone has, so there is a provision there. It should not be misunderstood. In the 7th chapter, the Lord says that one who is engaged in mischievous activities cannot become a devotee of the Lord. You can. Don't misunderstand. You can. One who is, but obviously, the demons are not devotees of the Lord. So they are not protected. They get killed. Oh, yeah. And with the Yakshasas as well, there is another provision. Let me just see if I can find it. No, I can't. I lost all my... anyway. So it says here that if you are a devotee of the Lord, you get protected. And Krishna says, declare it boldly. And then another reason is that if you are mischievous, You can still become a devotee if you change your path. You can still be protected. One who is not a devotee of the Lord has no good qualifications whatsoever. The question remains then, how can a person engaged in abominable activities either by accident or by intention be a pure devotee? How can they become a pure devotee? Well, Valmiki wrote the Ramayana. What was he before? Do you know the Ramayana? You don't know the Ramayana? Lord Krishna came as Lord Ram, and Radharani came as Sita Devi, and they had these activities. They came to this planet, and they came as a human form, and there was some war back then as well. And Lord Ram, who is Lord Krishna, was exiled in the forest, and his wife Sita Devi was also exiled in the forest. They spent 14 years there, and they had to fight many demons. Sita got kidnapped by a Rakshas. Who was he? Who? Rama? Who was the person who kidnapped Sita? Ravan. I thought I had Rama, and I was, maybe we're devotees, all we hear is Rama, Ram, Ram. We don't hear Ravan. So Ravan, yes, that's correct. Ravan took Sita Devi. So now I've lost track of what I was saying. Oh yes, the Ramayana. So the whole epic Ramayana, the story, was written by Valmiki. Valmiki is used to be a hunter, and he used to kill animals before. So I'm trying to say, the point that somebody is doing bad activities, how can they turn around and become such a good pure devotee that they can write the Ramayana? Right? Okay, so we've been in families where we've been eating meat and having illicit sex life when we've taken vows not to do those things. So we've done all those things. There's also other things like gambling, intoxication. We don't do those things. Those are 4 pillars by which we lay our foundation. So those are some of the bad stuff. But if we stop doing that, then you become like Valmiki. You become on the path to becoming a pure devotee. Marriage is acceptable, by the way, because you're young. I've got a young lot here this morning. So marriage is acceptable. You can get married. But without marriage, you can't be running around. That's illicit sex life. It's not acceptable. But Krishna has given us free will. You can do it, but your path will be not towards Krishna. Your bhakti is ruined. So, or you take intoxication like alcohol and stuff. Yesterday we were talking about Varuni, right? She came out of the Sagar Manthan. She's a beautiful goddess, Varuni. Varuni is the goddess of alcohol. And who grabs her? The demons. They take her. Varuni goes to the demons. So that was trying to tell us that whoever takes alcohol is demoniac. So if you become a demon, then you are not a devotee. And if you're not a devotee, you don't get Krishna's protection. So if you stray from your path, that also means that you don't have Krishna's protection. Even devotees, we become devotees, we start chanting Hare Krishna. Somewhere along the path, we get distracted. It happens. It's Maya. This is Kali Yuga. So this is a very dangerous world. And what's going to save you is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And also your association. Association means you associate with pious people, good people. You listen to about Krishna, and you come to the temple and you do those things. And you become a good person, and you become Krishna's good books. Krishna protects you. And if so, he'll come as Narsimhadev. And he'll warn the people of you. So in Hindi, we come to these stories where we are walking on a path and there are lots of thorns. Right? If you're in the forest, there are lots of thorns. You step on the thorns, you get hurt. So bhakti is a way that those thorns are removed without you even knowing, and your path becomes smooth. That's what bhakti is. That's what Lord Krishna's protection is. That's what Mahamantra is. Removes the thorns in your life. And that's the beauty of Krishna. So this Dhruv Maharaj's thorns were the arrows. And he was showered with those arrows, never faced him. For devotees, it doesn't mean that he didn't get attacked. Devotees will get attacked. If you are supposed to be in an accident in a car, it will happen. But devotees are never faced by that because they are in another world. They are with Krishna. They are, under the lotus feet of Krishna. So they are genuinely happy. Did you know the secret of happiness, by the way? Who knows the secret of happiness? What's the secret of happiness? That is correct. Happiness comes from within. Who is in your heart? Yes, you got it. So, if you are connected with Krishna, that's the secret of happiness. They'll say, why is this Mataji or this Prabhuji is happy all the time? Well, they're chanting Hare Krishna. They have an internal feeling for Krishna. They have internal feeling for Krishna. And every step they take is dedicated to Lord Krishna. Everything they do is dedicated to Lord Krishna. And that's why they can walk through any storm, any thorns. They can do it. They can climb any mountain. It is the power of bhakti. It's the power of prayer. It's the power of the Mahamantra. And that's the secret to happiness. It is not that you have the most money. It is not that you have a most beautiful wife. No. Or a job, or prestige, or title. None. The secret of happiness is your relationship with God. You nurture that. And in order to nurture your relationship with God, you have to purify yourself. Did you know that? Clean up. Clean yourself. Follow the regulative principles. Chant Hare Krishna. Do good things. Don't hurt anyone. Don't hurt anyone. Do your own thing. And when I say don't hurt anyone, I mean animals. Don't hurt them as well. Living entities. And your life will be perfect. And it's not an easy life. We all made the mistake of being born in Kali Yuga. It's a bad place. At the moment, the demons are here. And Bhumi Devi is very distressed. Who is Bhumi Devi? She's planet Earth. She is very distressed because she cannot take the burden of all these demons. And it's written in the Vedic scriptures, which I was researching yesterday. In Srimad Bhagavatam, I was reading. Bhumi Devi is most distressing. What is she most distressed by? There's something that she cannot tolerate this particular burden. Correct. Liars, correct. Liars. Dangerous liars. So that is the heaviest burden for Bhumi Devi, planet Earth. Liars. She cannot tolerate. So in this Kurukshetra battle, she went to Lord Brahma. And then they went and they prayed to Lord Vishnu to save Bhumi Devi, planet Earth, from such a burden. Then Lord Krishna descended and he arranged this fight between the Pandavas and the Duryodhana's Kuru dynasty. And in that, every single demon was killed. All powerful, even his own family, Lord Krishna's family, his own sons and grandsons. They're not demons, but he had to make an arrangement to take them back because they're so powerful that, planet Earth would not be able to bear the burden. He's got to take them also. They're good. So he arranged for them to go as well. So Bhumi Devi is not going to tolerate. So we are right now here and in full force of Kali Yuga. Full force. It's all around you. The only thing that's going to protect you is bhakti. And the only thing that's going to protect you and your beloved is bhakti. So you and your dog is protected. Anyone you love, they're protected. So continue to chant. Are there any questions or comments? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh, so the question for the benefit of those listeners who are online. The height of Krishna is average. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 108 times, it sort of is one on top of another, and does that make the height of Krishna? Is that the comment or question? Actually, Krishna can make himself into any size. Although in the actual form, when he's walking and talking in Vrindavan, he's average sized. But Krishna can be any size. He's in the smallest of atoms to the as big as the universe. When he became Vaman, remember we talked about Vaman, where he wanted 3 steps. He was huge, massive. He was the size of the entire creation. And then when he was trying to protect Parikshit Maharaj was in the womb of his mother, and Ashwatthama had released an arrow. This is still in the Mahabharata war. He was just an embryo inside the womb. And the arrow was Brahmastra. It's extremely dangerous. And radiation. And the baby would have been aborted straight away. So Lord Krishna became a tiny, as tiny as the embryo, went inside the womb to save Parikshit Maharaj while he was in the womb. That's his protection promise to devotees. That's what he does. He even breaks the rules to protect his devotees. Many rules is broken for the love. Because you can purchase Krishna with love. You love him sincerely. So Krishna's size, coming back to that, he can be as small or as big. There is no particular size to him. He is unlimited. So this brings us to the fact when everybody, like in Prabhupada's time, I didn't see anybody say that the DT size is this big or that big, and then they make their hand like twist it in a mudra, like this and like this, to say, oh, the devotee, the DT is this size. Because if we do it like this, that's the explanation, then you are limiting Krishna. But of course, if you do it like this, you still have a ceiling up here and ceiling down there. Whether your hand is twisted this way or that way, you still. So you can, to me, that's a bit silly. You can still have the size, or you can just say, oh, well, the DT is this size or this size, but Krishna in actual terms is unlimited. His size, no one can actually fathom in their minds the size of Krishna, the power of Krishna. But we try to forget all those because we just want to see the little boy, blue boy, running around in the forest playing his flute with forest flowers everywhere and making a nuisance of himself to the gopis and stealing butter and, harassing the ladies and gopis, the milkmaids. That's what he does. He has fun. And we have fun just by listening to all those things. And that's how we can be happy. When we listen to Lord Krishna's pastimes, we get happy. And we forget about Kali Yuga, we forget about who's done what. Or we forget about someone throwing tuna in the food. We just, are in a different world. So focus on Krishna and make him your life. Focus of your life. You will be happy. If you put your happiness in a person, you'll be disappointed. Because they're human, they need help. Just like you. Right? Any other comments? Or questions? Okay. Oh, okay. So the question is why we chant 108? Mm-hmm. No, height of Krishna is unlimited. He may have been, I'm not sure in what context he said, so I cannot speak for that side. But we chant 108 rounds, or there are 108 beads in our japa bead, because Krishna had 108 main gopis. Main. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of flu. Main means the main ones, the important. Krishna has many millions and millions of gopi friends. They are all expansions of Srimati Radharani, by the way. They are all different moods of Radharani. So out of all the moods of Radharani, sometimes she's angry, sometimes she's happy, sometimes she's reserved, sometimes she's playful, sometimes she's naughty. And these are all her personalities. They just become personalities. Sometimes she's a good servant, so there's a good servant gopi. So she's a great cook. There's like different musical players. All these are forms of Radharani in personal forms. So 108 were main ones, important ones that were more closer to Krishna. They are all the gopis, they are all close to Krishna, but 108 were. And these gopis are basically servants of Radharani, even though they are manifestations of Radharani. They all serve Radharani. She's the main one. She is the queen gopi. And then there are 108, inclusive of her. So we chant 108 rounds of Mahamantra on 108 beads, because they represent 108 main gopis or main servants of Lord Krishna. So, which actually ties up with the Mahamantra. When you are chanting the Mahamantra, you are asking for protection, you are asking for Krishna, you are also asking for service for Krishna. In other words, how can I serve Krishna? Someone is making a garland, that's serving Krishna. Someone is reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is service to Krishna. Someone is listening about Krishna, that's also service to Krishna. Somebody is looking at deities, addressing service. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are asking for some service. Can I please cook for you, Krishna? Can I please do an arti for you, Krishna? Can I please chant Hare Krishna? Those are services. So each bead also represents the service mood of the gopis, how they serve Krishna. So when you are chanting and you are asking for service, those gopis are helping you, the 108 gopis. Even in those 108 gopis, there's some gopis there who are like expert herbalists, for health reasons. Did you know? They bring all the herbs from the forest and, fix Krishna when he has a stomachache, or pretending to have a stomachache. He never has a stomachache. But, these gopis are expert servants, specialized in certain things. 108 is main. So we chose, we were given 108. They're all Radharani servants. And Radharani, daily basis, she chooses which gopi is going to do what. So if you want to be gopis or gopas, even gopas, she's a boss of the gopas as well. She decides what your service is going to be. So she's decided this is my service, so I'm doing it by the mercy of Radharani. She decides. It's not my choice. It might be my desire, and you pray to Radharani and all the gopis, the 108 beads that you are chanting. If you have a desire to serve Krishna in a certain way, you chant and you ask for it from your heart. You resonate with that, and your wishes will be fulfilled as far as those desires are spiritual. So you can chant and say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. May I please cook for you if that's your desire? Or please allow me to dress you, or have deities. Or my desire, that's personal, but it is like not a secret thing. It is like a public knowledge. My desire was that I serve Gauranitai. Even though my name is Syamapriya, I have Radha Shamsundar deities. So when I went to Mayapur, I got Gauranitai deities. They're as big as Radharani and Gopinath here. And I fulfilled my desire like that because I chanted and I desired that. Of course, you need a spiritual master's permission, so I had to get that, which he gave very gladly. So that was my desire, personal desire. So I serve Gauranitai. They're beautiful. Amazingly beautiful deities. So, whatever your desire is for service, I'm just like giving an example. You don't have to have that exact desire, obviously. Your desire is something else. Everybody has their own free will, how you wish to serve Krishna. So when you are chanting on the 108 beads, you ask for that service, and you will get it sooner or later. I came here to this temple, sitting in that corner, where the Mataji is making the garlands, with my husband, and we were standing there. And my desire at that point was really to become a devotee in devotional life. As my husband, he has passed away since, but that time I had no idea that one day I'll be sitting here. No idea. Absolutely no idea in the year 2000 that one day I'd be doing this. I had no idea that I'd be in the kitchen cooking for Krishna. I had no idea that I'll be on the altar one day doing arti. I had no idea that I'll be sitting in the corner there singing a kirtan. So, you never know what's around the corner when you are chanting 108 rounds. What you will be in 10 years' time, in 15 years' time, in 20 years' time. If you have a material desire, then that might not get fulfilled. Let me tell you now. Because that's the thorn on your path, which Krishna will remove, the thorns. But if you have a desire, then obviously, yes. Okay. Any others? No? Okay, thank you for listening. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Puran ki. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We chant to please Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.